to the Great Grand Day show for April. This is our birthday show.
And it's your birthday too, Tracy, because your birthday was April 3rd.
That's right,
and
yeah.
I know that you're the type of person that actually celebrates it as a whole month, right? It's your birthday month.
That's right. I call it my birth month, so anyone who hasn't wished me a happy birthday yet, you haven't missed anything. The party's just getting going.
It's like Boxing Day. Remember when Boxing Day back in the day, for you younger people, you don't know this, but back in the day, Boxing Day was a day. That was
just one day, right after Christmas.
Yeah, then became Boxing Week.
And then Boxing months leading up to it, the pre-sale, pre-Boxing Day, the
going.
post-Boxing Day blowouts that last till March. Oh, yeah, it's like that. That's what my birthday's like.
So you have your pre-birthday in October. You sort of
That's
get
right.
people.
Yeah, got to warm up to it, right? Remind people around Christmas that my birthday is coming.
That's so funny. Yeah. Boxing Day, they sure took advantage of that. So anyway, speaking of boxing, how about Will Smith at the Academy?
No.
Is that that's a buzzer?
Yeah, you get the buzzer, Matt, because we agreed.
Mm-hmm.
No negative talk on the show. We're just talking happy, positive stuff.
I just feel way more positive just you saying that. We have two buzzers here. This is the buzzer of joy, and this is the buzzer of shame. So if we say something, if you don't know our show, that's what we do. So we say words like COVID, pandemic, but if you say words like shovel your neighbor's driveway or birthday cake, then those are good words. And we would be able to use those.
Although we don't have snow on the ground right now, so shoveling your neighbor's driveway.
Finally, the windroads are gone, just so you know. So, okay, no more reference to that incident at the Academy Awards. From now on, we will rock the show. That's good.
And happy birthday to anyone who is celebrating your birthday in April.
If you're like Tracy and you are celebrating a birth month, then happy birthday to you. Right. But you went to Disneyland for your birthday or your husband's birthday?
So for both of our birthdays. Our birthdays are very close together, and this is a trip we've been planning for about 3 years now, trying to go down and see my mom in California. And the last time that we were there, it was my husband's birthday while we were at Disneyland. Same thing happened again. And all the staff stop what they're doing when you're wearing your happy birthday pin
and wearing
wish
the
you
pin
happy
there?
birthday.
No, he's not wearing the pin there.
Oh, I'm sure he had it on. Look at his face. He looks pretty proud of himself.
He does.
So he got to wear the birthday pin for his birthday, and I didn't.
That's so funny.
So what I did was I wore one too to get some birthday wishes. I haven't told you this part yet. This is the button. So I wore it the same day. He had everyone in the park stop to wish him a happy birthday. 3 people. Wish me a happy birthday. So I think they knew. I think they could tell.
It's karma. It's like birthday karma.
They could tell it wasn't my birthday yet.
That's so funny.
It was close, though. My birthday was so close.
When I was, I think 6 or 7, our parents took my sister who was 7 years older than me. We went to Disneyland. But it was that was like the 80s or the late 70s, and it was way different.
Was it even open back then?
It was open, but the rides. They had like bobbing for apples, pin the tail on the donkey, and then this one thing you had to be blindfolded and try and grab these mouse traps and snap your fingers, and it was like $12.
I don't think your parents took you to Disneyland.
It was Disneyland. It was just so. Is it better?
It was something different. Yeah, it was much better than that.
The rides are better.
So we've really been wanting to go to the new Star Wars land, which is called Galaxy's Edge, and any Star Wars fans out there, it will blow your mind.
Yeah, I think we have
absolutely amazing. We got to fly in the Millennium Falcon. You can actually go in it, and then you fly it. There's a group of 6. You can be pilots, you can be gunners, you can be navigators. I was a gunner, so I got to shoot.
So you're actually literally you're not
flying.
Because you sent me this video
Millennium Falcon. It's incredible.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Absolutely
that
incredible.
Is the real deal.
And you do this mission together, right? And so 6 people are in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. It's so fun.
So you fly the Millennium Falcon as a group, not solo.
Not solo, no, definitely not.
Well, Tracy, it looks like you had a great time down there.
Yes,
yeah, so
that was a lot of fun.
Of your photos.
And Rise of the Resistance, we thought that ride was amazing. That was the first one that we went on, but all the crowds were going to Rise of the Resistance, and I've heard that the lineups can be as long as 8 hours to get on that one and the one in Florida. So we went to go on that one, and thinking the Millennium Falcon was probably the best one we've ever been on. Rise of the Resistance topped it. And it's a ride within a ride.
Yeah.
And you get captured. I don't want to do too many giveaways, but you get chased by Kylo Ren. It's so fantastic. Mind blown for any Star Wars fans out there.
So when we had like the upgrades for, we'd go through the pin the tail and the donkey ones, like, oh, we're going to get to the mousetrap one. The mousetrap one, the kids' hands are all bleeding, but they all go again, but you have to grab those mousetraps. Snap, snap, snap.
Definitely not Disneyland.
I did get sick on the log ride. I did get sick on the log ride. Yeah, Disneyland, the log ride going down. They didn't take pictures in those days, but I don't like rides.
Yeah, I'll have to avoid that one for sure.
You like rides, though.
I do, but I don't like the wet ones, like the log one.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't like walking around wet afterwards.
Yeah.
So I literally will go on any ride at the park. But if I go on the wet ones, it's got to be the last one of the day, so you can go home and dry. That's the rule.
It's hair.
That's the rule. I'll go on it with you.
That's a hair thing for you.
It's got to be last. Right?
We have a mall here in Edmonton called West Edmonton Mall. If you're not familiar with Edmonton, and they have it's called Galaxyland, I think, there too. And back when we had our kids and we get this pass and we go in the wintertime, and they had all these rides, and my daughter said, "Daddy, let's go on this one," and it's the one that you go in backwards and it goes up. Like just goes around that thing over the bumps like for about an hour.
For an hour.
I was walking like dizzy for 3 days. I just hated it. And I'm begging to the guy, like, get me off the thing. My daughter's having a ball. Oh, my stomach doesn't do well on those things. Not at all.
Well, you might be okay with Rise of the Resistance. It doesn't lift off the ground or anything like that, so you might be okay with it. But seriously, it is the best ride that I've ever been on.
Okay.
We all agreed.
All right.
And we had a 75-minute wait for the ride, but because it's a ride within a ride, you get on one
But they do
sooner.
stuff when you're waiting. Don't they entertain you sort of like
Yeah, well, they have a ride that you do first, and then you do the Rise of the Resistance. Well, it's all combined, but it gets very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'd be okay.
Well, and they entertained us too, and we're waiting for back in the rides in our day. They come by with like, "Hey kids, you want some sunflower seeds?" And you get to take a few sunflower seeds and stuff like that.
That was the Disneyland tradition. They would give you a handful.
It's much improved.
Yeah. I don't think they do that tradition anymore.
Well, Tracy, my birthday wish is for you. That may the force be with you.
Very nice. Okay, thank you.
Feels good, right?
Right.
Force is out, so now force is with me.
And that's one we can use for our May show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
On May, what date again?
All right. Well, that also leads into our pun of the day.
Someone's going to type in the chat. They're in the thing. They're going to say it's May 4th, guys.
That's right.
Yeah, we know. But
yeah. What day is that?
Okay. Here's the pun of the day. That's an April theme pun. Why is everyone so tired on April 1st?
They just went through a grueling 31-day march. I never knew that one.
Anyway, that's our pun of the day. So we're going to move on to celebrity birthdays. That's our main chunk of this show is the celebrity birthdays, and there's so many great. This is like your month for.
Yeah, I'm biased because April is my month, but there's so many A-list celebrities.
Yeah,
right. There's so many. It really is crazy. So many talented comedians, actors, even chess players are in there too.
Chess players are in there too. Lots of musicians. And on the ticker below, we have all the names of the people that we're going to be reading out as well. So you can check those as well. Sir Alec Guinness. Oh man,
I love his beer.
No, he's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Are you serious?
You Star Wars fans are easy to tease. I know who he is.
I took the bait.
That's right, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right out of the gate. We're going to be 3 hours doing celebrities today. I loved him. He's one of the first characters I think you see in Star Wars, which came out in 1977. Yeah, it was. Yeah. That was great. But for his he's since passed away, but for his birthday, we would give him the bumps, right?
That's right, yeah.
And then say, are you
Obi-Wan?
Yeah,
are you Obi-2? Are you Obi-3?
Yeah, are you Obi-3PO?
Are there Obi-1s, 2s, and 3s? Like, is it a series of...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have to. Anyway,
but sad that we lost him. Amazing actor.
But a lot of those actors, when you see them at a young age, they make an impression on you because that was a movie that would have been inspiring us. So you remember those actors, and you just can't wait to see them again. The brilliance of keeping Star Wars going forever. It just keeps going and going.
When it hit the theaters, there had been nothing like it before. So amazing.
Yeah.
Dana Carvey, his birthday was April 2nd. Wayne Newton, the singer, was on my birthday, April 3rd. I also share it with Alec Baldwin, Eddie Murphy. We're talking big names here.
Yeah, big names in that. Yeah. Eddie Murphy taught us how to swear. When we were in high school, if you want to learn how to swear, you watch Eddie Murphy because he was risky, right? He was pushing.
Oh, yeah.
And then later on, he stopped. He started doing all these kids shows and stuff. But yeah, Eddie Murphy Raw was pretty like, what is going on?
Yeah, he did a series of kids films after that.
Yeah, he did Daddy's Home or whatever.
The daycare.
Yeah, he's really versatile, and his accents are great.
Well, and Shrek, of course, Donkey.
And doom 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 doom. Remember Beverly Hills Cop? He was Axel Foley. Axel F.
And then April 4th, I actually got to meet Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.
I think we have a picture
celebrating his birthday. There he is.
Right in the way.
There he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Iron Man, what's up? So I call him Bobby now. We're on a first name basis, or just Iron. Drop the man. We don't have to say that anymore. That was also at Disneyland. They've got some new features in the California Adventure area. There is the Avengers Campus, and it has Spider-Man, Iron Man. There's all sorts of great stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy, so fun.
And you sent me a video of Spider-Man shooting off this thing actually onto a building, like it's a real guy. It's a real stunt person.
And I don't know how he gets so amazingly high, but it's a live performance that they do a few times throughout the day.
That's very cool. Very cool. Paul Rudd. Oh, you said Ant-Man.
Yeah, well, that's another Avenger celebrating, right? So his was on the 6th. Francis Ford Coppola, the director, very famous.
Russell Crowe.
That's right.
Happy birthday, Russell, if you're watching.
Yeah, Jackie Chan, if you're watching. That's right. He's a big follower of ours.
Jackie Chan's got to be one of my faves, for sure. Like, Jackie Chan is so cool.
I love Jackie Chan.
Yeah, he actually filmed. My wife lived near Fort Steele in BC, and they had this old train there, and they used it for one of the Jackie Chan movies. They took that train, so he was actually used that train for filming.
Oh, that's really cool.
If you go by Fort Steele, that train was used in a Jackie Chan movie. Type it in the comments below if you know what it is, because sometimes I'll say things that aren't true. All the
That's
time.
right. You've been called on it a couple of times
I get
now.
called out a lot.
We'll see if you can catch him on that one. Also, John Lennon's son, Julian Lennon, who's also an acclaimed singer as well, sitting on a pebble by a river playing guitar.
Yeah, he was a big deal. In the early 80s, he had a couple of big hits. I like this. This is April 8th as well. Robin Wright, if you remember her from, Princess Bride was the one that...
As You Wish.
Yeah.
And then also Forrest Gump, too. She was Jenny.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And she was married to Sean Penn for a while, right?
Sure. Let's see in the comments if you're right
Robin
on that
Wright
one.
Penn. Look, check it out. Robin Wright Penn.
Just kidding.
Mark, check it out. Mark's good. Mark will catch me on stuff. I love it when he does that.
Do a check on that. Of course, we got Dennis Quaid celebrating his birthday in April. And that's one of those perfect examples of where the two siblings don't look alike. Like, he
Randy
doesn't
Quaid,
look anything like his brother Randy.
Yeah, Randy Quaid is Uncle Eddie from all the National Lampoon Vacation stuff. They don't look alike, do they?
No, nothing alike. Not at all.
That's funny. But Dennis Quaid has that one look what he does with his mouth. Just kind of.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
He's got that one look. It's a good look. So type in Dennis Quaid look, and he's got this cool little broody thing that he does. It's pretty good.
All right, from Vampire Diaries, or not Vampire Diaries, from the Vampire Trilogy, Twilight. There we go. We have Kristen Stewart celebrating her birthday in April. Happy birthday, Kristen. Mandy Moore as well. David Letterman, that's a cool one. Yeah. Especially 1980s. I'm going back there a lot because David Letterman, when we were in high school, he really innovated that whole thing. I liked when he did the tie thing, when he'd pull on his shirt.
Paul Schaefer was his guy, who's Canadian. And David Letterman would go out on the street. And I think he was one of the first talk show hosts to actually go on the street and do all that kind of crazy stuff on the street that he did. Garry Kasparov, if you like chess, a Russian chess champion. Garry Kasparov is actually tweeting a lot right now about the Ukraine-Russia thing. He's got a lot of tweets, so if you check him out on Twitter, he's a really intelligent guy and a great chess player. Don't try him. He's really good, aren't you, Gary?
Yeah, I wouldn't go against him. Sarah Michelle Gellar celebrating her birthday. I wonder if she's going to celebrate some Sex in the City.
I don't know.
That's the role she's probably most famous for.
Sometimes you get in that role. It's like Cousin Eddie. You just can't.
You just can't shake it. Adrian Brody, Emma Thompson, Seth Rogen, another great comedian, very funny guy.
I don't like Seth as much as Emma. I like Emma Thompson. You like Seth Rogen. Emma Thompson's so good.
So good.
Like, she comes on the screen, you're just like, what's she gonna say? Yeah, she's awesome. She is. She's awesome.
What are you gonna say, Emma?
But she's the only reason I would watch like Pride and Prejudice, that one with Hugh Grant, because she was in it. And like my wife's like, you should watch this. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it. Like 15 minutes in, I'm like, whoa, this is a great show.
So that's how she'll get you to watch something.
Emma Thompson or Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant's pretty good. As well. Martin Lawrence, happy birthday to you on the 16th, as well as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a great basketball player.
Jennifer Garner celebrating her birthday in April. Conan O'Brien, I love Conan, especially he's done a lot more than most people know. Like, he even wrote for he wrote for Saturday Night Live. He also wrote for The Simpsons for years and years and years. So very talented.
I didn't know about The Simpsons. Okay.
Yeah. Rick Moranis from Ghostbusters.
There's our Canadian.
Right?
Yeah. Take off, eh?
Yeah. I got to meet him when he was here in Edmonton working with Second City doing the TV show. Okay. He wasn't dressed as his most famous where they
Bob and Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him dressed like
That
that,
is in the 80s.
but he did it for me. Him and Dave Thomas did the.
They did a shtick.
Good day. Yeah.
Okay, that's so cool.
So I got to see that firsthand.
But that really typecast a lot of Canadians as he's a beer drinking, toque wearing, hicks kind of.
Drinking Pilsner.
Yeah, and that is really actually what we are. So they were.
And those came up completely improv. They had some time left on one of their shows and wanted something to do, and so they just rolled. Yeah, they just rolled tape.
We could maybe do a more sophisticated version of that. Canadians have advanced. Look,
or less sophisticated.
Here
maybe.
we are. Rick Moranis was also in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids too.
That's right.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Ashley Judd, the singer, Kate Hudson, the actress, Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is one we don't agree on.
We don't agree on. We disagree on a lot of things, but especially that.
But you made the big mistake of watching Rocky Horror Picture Show to watch the movie. Nobody does that.
You have to go with the stuff.
The cult following. You have to bring all the stuff. You bring a water gun, you bring rice, you bring a deck of cards, you bring toast. There's like a whole list of stuff. And there's certain times. Yeah,
you throw it around.
You have to run to the screen. You've got to do the whole gamut. My brother Jamie is amazing at that.
Carmen Electra is on the 20th of April. Carmen was in Edmonton about 15 years ago to do Winter Wonderland or something. She filmed at West Edmonton Mall.
Yeah,
right? Wasn't she on a harness?
It was a Christmas movie and had Patrick Swayze in it. There's lots of big names that were in that one, but apparently they hung her from a harness in the ceiling of West Edmonton Mall for hours. So not sure how much she enjoyed her time.
She's not still there. The janitors are like, who's that?
So April is a queen's birthday too. Queen Elizabeth, celebrating her birthday on the 21st.
Queen Elizabeth came to Jasper in 2005. We were actually playing in a hotel out there. We had a jazz trio. We didn't meet her out there. We actually got to play for her in Edmonton as a band. But she came to Jasper, and then of course her custom is to go to church. And there's this little Anglican church, and she was Church of England, which is Anglican. And it's a true story. And I was working with some of the staff at the hotel. One of the staff's name was Liz. And so Liz tells me this great story because she got to go in this raffle to go to church with the Queen. And she was sitting a couple of rows behind the Queen. And when they in that tradition, they stand up and they call passing the peace and they shake hands. And so the Queen actually got up and shook everyone's hand in the row. And she came along and looked at Liz and she said, and Liz told me the story just like this. She said, and what's your name? And Liz says, it's Liz, and got all nervous. And the Queen says, that's a lovely name. Isn't that a beautiful story?
Well, and then Queen Elizabeth could go by Liz.
She does. That's why she's That's why. That's a lovely name.
That's a lovely name.
She was so charmed, and I said, Liz, what do you say after that? She goes, I couldn't even talk. I just was staring right at the Queen.
That's
right
awesome.
There. Yeah.
Liz, meet Liz. Liz.
Hello, Liz.
Liz.
Speaking of the UK, okay, this is a funny transition into this, but Elton John's got that song, Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza from Friends, right?
Phoebe on Friends sang it like that.
So Tony Danza's birthday is the 21st.
And Jack Nicholson. Do you do a Jack impression at all?
I don't do a Jack. It always turns. I think my Jack always turns out like Clint Eastwood. I know what you're thinking. Was that 5 or 6 shots?
If you're lucky, punk.
Tell you the confusion, I lost track myself.
Well, we don't usually do celebrities that have passed away, but I have to throw out Shakespeare celebrates his birthday.
Yeah, on the 23rd. He couldn't help passing away. It was 500 years ago.
Celebrateth his birthday.
My daughter's birthday, Gwen, happy birthday to you on the 23rd. She's got a big birthday party planned. For 2 years, she couldn't really do birthdays, so she is excited about doing
awesome.
a birthday. So she shares it with Shakespeare. Well, I sort of sounded like
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Ooh, you sounded like that. Shay.
Who else on the
Oh, you're out of pound, you. That's what you said.
Okay, I'll give you a little hint. This next one on the 23rd.
Oh, that's the hint?
That's your hint.
Sounds like a submarine.
It does. It is Lee Majors from the $6 Million Person.
That's right. We have to be politically correct on that one.
Wasn't that a show, though? And if you look back on YouTube, it's all there. And there's the one with the Sasquatch and stuff. And
I loved it.
We had the technology.
And at Universal Studios, they had the $1 Million Person set up for a while where you could do the ride and pick up boulders.
With inflation, I think it's a $13 million man now, so it's gone up a little bit.
Person.
So, okay, this one here, I don't know this person.
I have to say
you
the next one because if you mispronounce his name again, my 14-year-old son will definitely have to come and talk to you. So John Cena, celebrating his birthday this month as well. Now, known as a professional wrestler, but also he's gotten into a lot of movies lately as well. So he's known as an actor now too, and he's actually got one that's coming out right away here too. So John Cena celebrating his birthday.
So WWF wrestler and Shakespeare have the same birthday. That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Imagine if they met. Barbara
We could do a show
Streisand.
on
Who
her.
doesn't like Barbara Streisand?
Love her.
24th of April, as well as Kelly Clarkson. And Kelly Clarkson was the first American Idol winner. Did you know
right.
that, Tracy Gray?
I did know that.
No.
I did know that.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Al Pacino celebrating his birthday. Like when we said it was A-listers celebrating
right.
their birthdays. Like Renee Zellweger, she's got a new show out. Something about Pam.
I haven't heard of it. No. With Al Pacino.
Al Pacino's not in that one. Carol Burnett, I saw her live here in
wasn't she
Edmonton.
good?
What a show.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Did you meet her too? You meet a lot of people. Did you
I
meet her?
didn't meet her, but you kind of feel like you do when you see her show because she comes out and she says she doesn't even do stand-up because she said it's more like the audience is a co-host with her. So she
Right.
says she co-hosts the show and she comes out and she tells some stories, but then she also uses you as part of the show when people would throw out lines at her.
Oh, yeah.
She would just like, man, she's quick.
She's fast.
She's
yeah.
so fast.
Yeah, and when I talked to her, she said she hadn't met you yet, so she's
That's right.
really wants to have that chance.
That's right. When she meets me, then her life will be complete.
Melania Trump on the 26th, so we're the same age. I'm the same age as Melania Trump. And Channing Tatum. I always say his name backwards. I say Tatum Channing.
And you could
it's
though,
not.
because
I guess
I don't know
if it's roll call
I don't know anybody else named Channing
or Tatum.
for their first name or Tatum for their last name. So.
Well, there was a jazz piano player named Art Tatum back in the day who is very amazing, actually.
Well, no confusing Sheena Easton. I think everybody in our genre knows that.
My baby takes the morning train. That was a good song.
That's right.
And that was one of the rockers that you said on the
That's
last
right.
show that you really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A great rock singer. Jessica Alba, celebrating her birthday. My husband will be happy with that. He's a big fan.
Jay Leno and Penelope Cruz, you both share the 28th of April as well. So that's pretty cool.
And we talked about celebrities like comedians.
Lots of comedians.
So one of the biggest ones in the world, Jerry Seinfeld, celebrating his birthday this month. We've got Andre Agassi as well, celebrating his birthday. Not a comedian that I know of.
No, but he's a great tennis player.
Okay, well, we'll give him that.
We'll give you that. And I love his hair. He's got that nice.
He's got the good hair.
Nice short hair. Uma Thurman and Michelle Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer. I wonder if she works for
actresses.
Pfizer. Pfeiffer.
A Pfizer.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson, celebrating his birthday April 30th.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I should have.
See, when you do your Willie Nelson, it always sounds like Kermit the Frog.
He does not. Why
You
are
do.
there so many songs about rainbows? Well, yeah, he does, doesn't it?
You do your impression.
Okay, I got to work on it. I got to shape it up. Kirsten
okay.
Dunst.
That's right, celebrating her birthday. And then Gal Gadot, of course, Wonder Woman. And she really is.
She's Wonder
Her
Woman.
story is amazing, and she was the perfect Wonder Woman.
And in real life, she did spend 2 years in the Israeli Defense Force, actually doing all this stuff. So she knows what she's doing. She's a great Wonder Woman.
Incredible woman.
She's got it down.
Okay, so we're going to wrap that up because that's a lot of birthdays already. And there's so many more. April really is jam-packed with stuff. So happy birthday to everybody celebrating their April birthday. But we are going to move on to our next segment.
Here it is. Praises for phrases. I love this part of the show. And this one's short. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but here it is. Well, I'm going to let you do it because it's April. It's kind of your birthday.
Yeah, well, and it's perfect timing for this one. April showers brings May flowers.
And that's very straightforward.
Well, it's not really, though, because I've always wondered, who is this May that we're speaking about, and why does she get all the flowers? I mean, really? At least is it her birthday? Because shouldn't we get the flowers if it's our birthday?
Yeah, you should certainly
right?
get the flowers. Yeah.
April showers brings me flowers, I think is a much better saying. Or brings you flowers, not May.
But it
She shouldn't get
reminds
them
me,
all.
because my wife's birthday's in May. You're April 3rd. My wife is May 3rd. And so I got to bring her flowers.
Oh,
Yeah, I should.
yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Barbara
So April
Streisand did that
showers
song, You Don't Bring Me
May
Flowers.
bring flowers.
May bring flowers. Let's see what kind of money we got.
To me.
Enough.
Bring the flowers to me. And
Did you get
Darlene.
flowers on your birthday?
I did from my dog sitter.
Okay.
I got
What did you say from your dog? It's like, okay, that's
because
good.
we were away, so when we came back, there were flowers waiting for me.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? A little gift that was also included, and birthday bananas. I got birthday bananas for the first time ever, and they're delicious. I guess my bananas had turned brown.
Who gets
when we
birthday
left,
bananas?
And she had to throw them out, so she replenished my bananas.
Okay.
Right?
Why
Best
not? A
birthday
banana
ever.
replenisher? I mean, who cannot have enough of those kind of people in your life? We're now going to go into our April history. This is sort of interesting. A couple things are interesting about this. General Hospital made its debut on April 1st, 1963. So next year, April Hospital is 60 years old.
April Hospital.
Did I say that? General Hospital, April 1st, 1963.
Generally speaking.
They're typing in the comments. It's General Hospital.
General.
Yeah, I know. I
It's-
just messed
Oh,
it up.
yeah. Yeah. You're going to have the soap opera fans that are going to
Yeah,
be all over you.
They're not watching this show.
They're busy watching their soap opera, so you're okay. You're okay. Now, in history, April Fools has a very interesting story behind it. It dates back to April 1st, 1700. When pranksters in England made the tradition popular by playing practical jokes on each other.
It's also been called All Fool's Day, and it's been celebrated, they say, for centuries. It's not just a new thing. So
yeah, some believe that the traditions of April Fool's Day go back all the way to 1582. Now, this is when France adopted a new calendar, and they actually changed what was the first day of the year. It used to run between the end of March and the 1st of April. Is when they would switch over to the New Year calendar. But then when they switched it, people who didn't know or were late to accept it, they would make fun of. They would pick on them.
Really?
Yeah. And that became a tradition.
Like we know something you don't know. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. So it became the butt of the jokes. I heard that the paper fish were actually put on people's backs or on their butts to tease them.
Right. Poisson d'avril.
I think we have a picture. We actually have a picture of that.
Meaning April fish, because you're easy to hook.
So good.
It was also called Tally Day.
Yeah, well, that's weird. That sounds like my last name is Day. I wonder if I have a relative named Tally Day.
Right? I was wondering about that. It was called Tally Day.
So it all involved pranks like pinning fake tails or kick me signs on others' backs or behind. So this whole thing about putting stuff on people's back, that's where it started.
The fish is the funniest. That's my favorite.
Yeah, very funny. Okay, that's good. A little bit of history there.
Now, have you ever been fooled on April Fool's Day by a prank? Or have you ever fooled someone else?
My sister used to do the salt and sugar switch.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when we were little. So we'd go make our cereal in the morning, and my mom would be like, who did this? And you get, hypertension, the whole thing, and be in the hospital.
And she'd laugh.
She'd laugh
at your hypertension.
Oh, yeah.
That's
and you're
so
especially when
funny.
you hurry, right? And you put and the salt is in the. But you saw one. These are our three best. But your top one was the West.
Well, for the April
WestJet
Fool's
one.
joke, social media obviously lit up because that's an easy way to fool people. And so WestJet X was introduced, where WestJet announced that they are now flying to space. That's their new destination. Now that will explain why their tickets are skyrocketing. But they are not flying to space. They came out and made the announcement. That was an April Fool's joke.
That's very funny. Yeah, one day, though, with Elon Musk's help, I'm sure they'll...
everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He invented a mechanical animal in the north. Elon did.
A mechanical animal in the north?
Yeah, that furry mechanical. It's the muskox, I think. It's named after him. Bad joke. Speaking of animals, okay, this one, check this out. This is from Banff National Park on their Twitter. And they were telling people the belk has now been spotted in the Banff National Park area. And to stay away from it, the belk is a combination of a bear and an elk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
Well, that would be scary if that came running at you.
They just said, keep your distance, keep your kids in the car, hands in the car. And all that stuff. It was all really a very sincere kind of
Keep
thing.
all body parts in the car on that one.
Speaking of cars, here we go. This is a great one.
Yeah, well, so this one almost got me because we were just at West Edmonton Mall with the kids doing the go-karts. And so April 1st, we see this ad, and it's Ride the Mall, they call it. And you can take the go-karts anywhere in the mall you want to.
Clip, yeah.
Around the Ice Palace, down the hallways. And when I first saw this, I thought, man, that'd be a lot of fun. We should go when they have that. But then as I'm watching the video, that could cause a lot of damage in the mall and very dangerous for anybody who's just walking through the mall. So, yeah, that was an April Fool's one. Just about got me, didn't quite.
Race you to the food court. I think they've got a scene in here where the guy's actually on the ice rink.
Yeah, they do.
He goes on the ice rink.
And
so
that one kind of showed. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
That's
this
gotta
is
be
so funny.
That's got to be a practical joke.
But
so good on you, West Edmonton Mall. That was very funny.
You went on those go-karts. You loved it, though. You said it was great. And it's different layers. It's not just...
Yeah, you go a couple levels up and down, and we were racing family and friends. It was so fun.
So cool. If you come to Edmonton, do check that out. There's actually lots to see at West Edmonton Mall, not just shops. There's lots of cool things just like that.
Yeah, and maybe one day they will have Ride the Mall, and you can race go-karts around it.
I heard a funny thing for Easter. If Easter and April Fools ever fall on the same day, and sometimes they do, in a year they'll fall on the same day, that if you don't hide Easter eggs for the kids, but tell them you have hidden them, and then the kids spend hours out there, so it's an Easter egg hunt, but it's an April Fool's joke. Same time, kids are out there for hours.
For hours.
It's perfect.
Here you go, kids. Don't come in until you find all the eggs. As you sit there with the eggs in a basket.
Hey, speaking of hungry, you know what I'm going to do, Tracy?
What are you
Tracy
gonna
and I order pho. I'm going to order some pho right here. We order pho, well, a wonton soup today, I think. And what tip should we give this guy? 50%?
For my birthday treat? Is that
This
what
is your
we're
birthday
ordering?
treat?
Yeah, it's a
here we go.
birthday one,
This
so
is legit.
give a good tip.
Because we want to eat this as soon
Make
as
sure
it...
your credit card number isn't showing.
Right. No, I don't think so. Okay, let's
We'll
see how
edit
long it
that part
takes.
out.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry. So this is your birthday present.
Aw,
Well, I
thanks,
got you
Matt.
the tea. I got you the tea as well.
Yeah, he bought me tea, my favorite tea for my birthday.
Okay, here he goes. There we go. It is
Aw.
Ashley ordering your soup right now.
Nice.
We ordered from Oodle Noodle on the West End. They've got a great wonton soup. Just a little shout out to Oodle Noodle.
Wow.
Say that
'Cause
10
you eat there
times
a
fast.
lot.
I actually love their wonton soup. Well, you do too. So, all right.
And that said, this
Lest-
is not a sponsor for Oodle Noodle. We are just throwing
Lest
it out
we
from the
digress.
goodness of our hearts and tummies. But this is time for us to wrap up our show. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, click the bell, hit the buzzer. Haha, fooled you. You can't hit the buzzer. That's just us.
That was mean. That was mean.
Only we can do that.
We've got a lot of other great stuff above. You know, if you can go back to the other shows as well and check out those shows. If you know someone who's celebrating in April, send them this as well because they probably want to see some of the different celebrities and people like that have
What a special
celebrating
treat
birthdays.
for their birthday.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and our next show will be coming out in a few weeks, so make sure to catch that. We are going to close out our show now with a special happy birthday song for all the birthday babies like me. Thanks for watching, everyone.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right,
you
here we
ready?
go.
Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Hey, happy birthday, everybody.
Wow, that was nice.
Forgot the jazz hands.
Our first time singing together.
It was good.
on
We did
camera.
okay. Hey, happy birthday, everybody. And I got to go get that pho. I think
Yeah.
it's here, so I'm going to run out and
All right.
grab that
Yeah,
pho.
you go get that. Thanks, Matt.
All right.
You want to grab that? I'll just wait right here for you.
That's right. Let's go.
Oh, okay. It's coming.